I'm a flag-waving, patriotic nephew of my Uncle Sam, a rough-riding Yankee man. I love Mom and apple pie and the freedoms that we all enjoy across this beautiful land. I've worked hard and I'd fight hard for the old red, white, and blue, and I'll die a whole lot harder if it comes to where I have to. I'm a flag-waving, patriotic nephew of my Uncle Sam, a rough-riding, fighting Yankee man. And when I see old Glory...
All right, welcome back to the show, folks. That's right, the man in black himself, Johnny Cash. All right, I wish he was in the studio, but right now I've got Pasquale Barba in the studio with me. I am Christopher Hart, and along with Herr General Lucas Paris, we're coming to you live from the Mercury Free Broadcasting Studios. And please do not forget, for the best in Mercury Free dental care, call my dentist, Dr. James E. Hardy, at 407-678-3399. And please don't forget to ask him about his great book, Mercury Free. All right, Jeff Sinnis is on the bridge. Let's put him back to work. 407-774-8255 is the number. Pasquale's in the studio. He wants to give you, that's right, you, a $20 gift card to Cafe Positano. We got a couple of ways to do it. Call us up and tell us who said. First, get complete control of the facts. Then manipulate them at your leisure. If you want to know, if you want to tell us who said that, you'll get a $20 gift card to Cafe Positano and a My Liberty Threads t-shirt. That's our Who Said That contest. We're also looking for what does dummed mean to you? Dumbed.
I'm reminded a little bit of Inspector Clouseau, Peter Sellers, Dumbhead.
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 That's right. All right.
Like Bim.
All right, so that's Herr General Lucas Paris. And by the way, once again, General, please tell them how they can see us as well as hear us. And, by the way, they can either do it live in real time or at their leisure.
Basically, you're going to go to YouTube.com. When you're there, type into the search bar, Adversaries TV, one word. You will find our channel that way. Click on our channel. Newest videos are going to be at the top. Older ones in descending order. Come to Periscope Depth with the American Adversaries.
That's right. Okay, in the meantime, as I said, Pasquale's in the studio, and he'd love to hear from you. We've had some great phone calls so far. As he says, don't be shy. Pick up that phone and give us a call, 407-774-8255. If you want to have any special and particular Veterans Day wishes you would like to extend, this would be a good opportunity to do that. In the meantime, also, if you're a new caller or if you've never received a bottle of Roxy Pacifics, we're going to throw that into the package as well. Roxy Pacifics is a great all-natural kelp-based solution. It's an antibacterial and an anti-inflammatory, and it's good for whatever ails your skin. I keep a little bottle in my car, plus I keep a big bottle at home. You need to do the same. And whatever, skin irritation you get from an insect bite to a burn to a cut to a chronic condition, this stuff can help you out and bring you a lot of relief. It's brought a lot of people relief around the country, and it's waiting on you to take advantage of it as well. And by the way, if you want to read testimonials and find out more about it, go to skinfix.us. Just think of it this way. To fix your skin, go to skinfix.us. Skinfix.us. Roxy Pacifics, great stuff. And if you didn't hear me say earlier to Charles, it's safe to use on your body, in your body, and on your pets or children too. So you need to get yourself some of this stuff if you have not already. And one way to do it is call us right now at 407-774-8255. If you've not gotten a free bottle yet, you will get that as part of our prize package that we got going tonight. And I can't believe we haven't gotten a winner for our Who Said That contest. Will this be the one time, the first time in 5+ years that we stump the audience? Come on now. Who said, first get complete control of the facts, then manipulate them at your leisure? Plus, I've said, I've given another hint that this person lived in the 19th century. That, of course, would be the 1800s. actually might have lived into the 1900s, didn't he?
I know who. It took me a while to find the actual quote because it is slightly paraphrased from the actual writer.
All right, well then say what it actually says then.
Let me bring that up real quick.
All right, if I gotten it wrong, I must have copied it down wrong. I'm sorry if that's the case. Maybe that's why we haven't gotten a winner
Person
yet.
here put it as, get your facts first, then you can distort them.
Get your facts first, then distort them at your leisure. Is that it?
Yeah, and distort them as you please.
As you please. All right. Say that again, all right? But
get your facts first, then you can distort them as you please.
Get your facts first, then distort them as you please. Then you can distort them as you please. Thank you, Lucas. I'm sorry for that, folks.
This is a very brilliant man. A very clever, brilliant man.
Indeed, indeed. If I have thrown you off, then it is my apologies. But that is the quote. Get your facts first, then you can distort them as you please. Get your facts first, then you can distort them as you please. All right.
In a way, this person was a subtly political person in his own right, too.
That's true. That's right. Never was elected to an office, though.
Can you imagine that, though? This guy would have been interesting in an office.
Indeed, he would have. All right. Let's see. Let's go now to Paul. Paul, thank you for calling. We appreciate you being out there.
Hey, I would have called you guys earlier, but I had to run a service call tonight.
Oh, okay. You're a hard-working man. God bless you.
All right. Hey, thanks. You said that Donald Trump is just like Ronald Reagan.
Real quick, I didn't say just like, but I did say of all of the candidates, I thought that he had the most in common with him. Anyway, go ahead.
I was just saying that, man, when you listen to that man speak, man, he is great.
Yeah.
There's nothing like him.
Yeah. That's when it comes to delivering those speeches like that. Now, granted, Reagan did have a number of excellent speechwriters, including Peggy Noonan, but nonetheless, they were his words. You follow what I'm trying to say here? In other words, he would participate in the writing of the speeches. Now, they would put the finishing touches on it, and they would essentially write the speech, but they would be his words. They would be what he wanted to say.
And his delivery.
And his delivery. Yeah. But the thing that I do think that they share in common in terms of that aspect of the job, giving speeches and things, is I do think that Trump would be a convincing speaker in the sense that should he have to go over the heads of Congress and the media to the public itself, I do think that he would be effective at that. But their styles are completely different.
I agree. I think that the one thing that Ronald Reagan always loved about him was that we think now the media is bad, but it was even worse when Reagan was in. But Reagan they would ask a question, and Reagan would turn and look right into the camera like he was talking to America,
Yeah.
And then he would answer us,
Yeah.
And that was so powerful.
Yes.
Everyone else, would look at answer the reporter or whatever. Reagan would always answer to the camera like he was looking you right in the eye.
Yeah.
I always loved that about him.
Yep.
I think that now did someone already answer that the quote?
Not yet.
Is it William F. Buckley?
No, that'd be he was
that was a total guess.
Yeah, but this guy and Buckley sort of had some things in common in the sense that they're both terrific writers, but no, it wasn't. But Paul, I want to thank you for calling. By the way, you're going to get a $20 gift card to Cafe Positano. Pasquale's sitting right here. Have you ever been to his restaurant?
I live there. The garlic knots. That's all you have to say.
Is that right?
I love those things.
So you've met Pasquale?
Yeah. I don't know that. I mean, I've heard him on the radio, and I think I've seen him in the restaurant, but I don't think we've ever met face to face personally. No.
Okay, Paul. Next time you come there, ask for me, please, so we drink something together.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
I mean, if you drink half a glass of wine or something.
Okay. All right. That would be great. And anyone who hasn't been to your restaurant is missing out, because that is definitely the best pizza in town, and the garlic knots, which I always tell my wife that I can't get them because I eat them before I get them home. So
I know what you're talking about. I love those things too, man. They are great, the garlic knots. All right, hey, Paul, thank you for your call. Excellent call, and we appreciate your thoughts and appreciate you being out there.
God bless, and y'all have a good night.
Same to you. Same to you. And thanks for being out there working tonight. That's what makes the world go round. Okay, so once again, we're still looking for the person who said, and I'm going to read it the correct way this time, get your facts first, and then you can distort them as you please. Okay, get your facts first, and then you can distort them as you please. Who said that? 407-774-8255 is the number. Once again, we have Pasquale Barba in the studio with us right now. And you can give us a call at that number. He also wants to know what dummed means. D-U-M-M-E-D.
This is killing me here.
So please give us a call right now. Sunny would normally be with us, but she was in the process of moving last week and this week, and she's been going through some issues, and she'll join us next week. But in the meantime, we wish her well. And she is moved. She's still in California, but she moved from Los Angeles up into the mountains. So she'll tell us all about that next week. In the meantime, it looks like we have, what do you call your old man there?
The rabbi.
The rabbi on the phone. Let's go to him first. Thank you for calling tonight, Mr. Paris.
Shalom.
Shalom.
I think I have the answer to your question about who made that quote.
Okay.
Okay. A lot of people might mistake that for being something political, but actually it would take somebody who's more literary to do that. I believe that's Mark Twain.
I believe you're right. It is indeed. It was, and it was a great wordsmith who came up with that.
He said a lot of crazy stuff, but he was a smart man, very, very wise in his own way.
Yeah, and of course, I believe he's the one who also said, what, a lie circles the world before the truth is ever mentioned or something like that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love reading a lot of his stuff. He just gave a different kind of thought out of the box kind of perspective on his time era.
Yeah,
it's really, really great. If you want to catch like really authentic American, literature, he's the one to read.
You're absolutely right, and I just love his books. Unfortunately, they wouldn't pass the political correct test today. They probably wouldn't even be published.
That's true, because so many of the people don't understand that what he was writing was he was showing warts and all, so to speak.
Yeah, it was a historical piece. He was writing about life in this country at that time. And
right.
That's realism.
All the
that's important to
stereotypes
understand.
that were
history
there.
that doesn't need to be forgotten or glossed over.
What's that, Lucas?
He was remarking on history that's very real and was a part of the country at the time, and that's history that we should never forget, because that's what we actually have come from. We need to acknowledge that we did those things. That was the essence of what he was.
That was the essence of what he was trying to do, because he wasn't. It's like a photograph. You take a photograph in a war zone, for example. The person taking the photograph isn't necessarily saying that what he's photographing is right or wrong, or moral or immoral. He's just taking a picture of an abject reality, a fact. And really, that's kind of what Mark Twain was doing in his time era. He was taking snippets. And, of course, he was embellishing them to make them readable as stories, but that's what he was doing, is showing America and American culture as it was.
Exactly. He used fiction to document the history of the day.
Exactly.
And that's what a photographer does. He documents history, that moment in time.
His writing was very truthful.
One of my favorite quotes of his, he said that everybody, we're all like the moon. We all have a dark side.
I like that one, too. Hey, I got Pasquale here. Have you ever eaten any of his pizza?
No, I have not, but I have had a few little scraps that Lucas brought over afterwards.
I share it with the family. They love it, too.
But you know what? Speaking of Pasquale, I think there's he was wanting to know about dumid.
Yes.
I think you find that in the dictionary before solvid. But after 50,
Yes, he solved it.
All right. Well, thank you, Mr. Paris. We appreciate you calling the show.
My pleasure.
Thanks for calling, Rabbi.
All right.
Bye-bye.
And,
Shalom to everybody.
Okay, and same to you.
It's not like that. You know, sometimes I hear for people when they make a mistake and I say, damn it. I mean the same thing, maybe?
No.
Okay.
Let's go to Sherry now. Sherry, thank you for calling.
Well, I called in about 1 minute too late.
You were going to say Twain?
Twain, yeah.
Oh, okay.
But anyway, that doesn't matter.
You know, Pasquale's here. He's giving away cards. Do you want to...
I'm just glad to be back on. It's been a delight hearing him tonight again. He needs to come back more often.
That's what I keep telling
Thank you, Sherry.
You know, and I got one little tip for everybody going on your cruise, even though you're not going.
Yeah, and boy, I tell you, I don't know what to think about that.
I know. I about died when you said that the other day.
Yeah, man, when I found out myself that this summit was going to be on that weekend, you know that feeling you get when you know you got to be in two places at one time, but you can't do it.
Yeah.
And then you got to figure out, well, what am I going to do? So I went round and round and round and round with it and talked with Joseph and Marilee, and man.
So we got to ask Sherry about what I mean. Dumb.
Yeah, well, first you wanted to say a tip for the cruise.
Yeah. Okay, listen, I was on 2, 6, or 9 the other day. There was this lady, you know, they did these investigative reportings, and you know how they call the station and they help them with a bill or something?
Right.
Well, she went on a 7-day cruise, and she thought she had a plan on her cell phone for making, you know, calls, you know, outside the United States.
Right. And she didn't.
Well, she didn't. But what happened? She only made like 1 or 2 calls.
Cost her a couple $100.
Well, something happened to her phone, and her phone started buzzing and going off and everything. And when she got back and got her bill was $3,000 some.
Oh God! Yeah, Marilee said that on the show. Do not take your phone on that cruise. If you're going on a cruise, do not, unless you have a particular special arrangement with your provider.
But if you do, Chris, honey, if you do take it, you have to take it for emergency reasons or something.
Yeah.
Turn it off.
Yeah.
Put it in your.
Right. Yeah. Yep. Just put it in your room safe or something locked up.
Yeah. But don't keep it turned off. That way it can't start picking up signals from all over.
Right. I appreciate
automatic
that.
Dialing.
I appreciate that. By the way, Pasquale wants to know: do you have an explanation or a definition of the word dummed?
No. No. You know what I like about Mark Twain?
What's that?
But I don't remember the name of the book or that he wrote. Is when he went over there to Israel.
Oh yeah.
And you know he went all through it. He went days and days and days and traveled over there and didn't even run into anybody.
Yeah. A lot of.
It's like you know people are sitting there saying you know that area was covered by with the people that lived there were all nothing but Palestinians.
Yeah. You're right. And a lot of people don't know that about him. Hey, thanks, Sherry. Appreciate your call.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right. We'll be back.